And welcome back. Once again, we're in studio with Janie Partain and Karen Shoji of Westside Rescue. And we want to talk about the human side of what you do in caring for the homeless pets of the west side of the city. So let's hear this, because a couple of weeks ago we went out and to your event, filmed some of the event, and there was a lot of takeaway for me personally. When I saw this, I saw really committed people, committed to their pets, to doing the right thing, the responsible thing with their pets. Let's talk about how this works as a whole for not just the homeless and the pet, because there is a human side to this, and it does, you know, ripple throughout the city. So tell us how that works.
Sure. I'm going to let Janie touch on that first, and yeah, we both have some observations to share with you on that for sure.
Well, I think, you know, if you are an animal lover and you have an animal or a dog, you know what they do for you and what they bring to you and the relationship you have. It isn't any different for somebody that doesn't have a home, except that for them, most of them are at the worst point in their life for whatever reason. They either don't have family, or maybe their family has had it with them and they've walked away from them. They don't have anything and they don't have anybody. They don't have any dignity anymore. People don't want to talk to them. They don't want to acknowledge that they even exist. So now they have a dog. And that dog thinks the world of them. The sun rises and sets with them.
The dog sees that human as their entire world.
They are important to them.
Absolutely.
So their whole world's wrapped up in that dog. I've had, you know, when we've taken dogs to be fixed, I've had people cry.
Sure. Because
that dog was going to be gone one night.
Sure.
And that's devastating for them to give that dog up even for that one night.
Sure.
So I've had people say to me, homeless people shouldn't have dogs. For me, that's not the issue. The fact is they do have them. So if they do have them, then we should help them take care of them better. They do want to learn. They line up every other Friday night. They're there at 6:30. They're there on time. They wait for us. They're orderly. They're polite. And they know exactly what to do. They wait in line. They come through. They ask questions. They, for the most part, follow directions. We start, you know, the vaccination schedule on puppies. They come back every 2 weeks. They come through. We give them collars and leashes. People that I never thought would keep a collar and a leash on their dog. I see them walking their dogs as I drive in downtown Fresno when they don't know I'm watching them, and they do have their collars and leashes on their dogs. So we've seen a huge decrease in sick animals. We've seen a huge decrease in puppies and kittens. Because of the spay and neutering. Because of the spay and neutering.
That you're doing.
We've seen less, we've seen people that have less animals per person. We've seen more of them coming to us saying, I don't want puppies. I can't take care of puppies. This is the only one that I can take care of. So they are learning, and it is making a difference.
And that impacts the whole city as a whole.
It impacts the whole city.
The animal control system, health department, you know, it impacts everything.
And it makes the dogs healthier, and they're happier. So for us, it's a win-win.
Fantastic.
It's just a win-win situation, and it's rewarding to see the change. It's not always a happy ending, but that's, you know, that's a part of life. And we've met some incredible people down there that are very resilient, and you know, I don't know, I think it's brought a lot for both of us. So.
Yeah, definitely. And Janie's right. We hear it probably less now than you know, when we initially started doing this, you know, hot and heavy, and that is that, you know, homeless people can barely take care of themselves. How is it that it makes sense for them to have an animal? You know, all of us that love dogs are going to seek them out and have them, and it's no different if you're on the street, and it's probably you know way more critical. We also want something in return from those that we serve, and it's not money. That means vaccines, and that means spay and neuter, and that might mean that you help me convince somebody else on the street or otherwise that, these preventative measures and health measures that you can take for your dog, not only does you and your dog a service, but is part of solving the big problem in the community. I've had a few homeless people really get it, as we say, more readily than maybe people in the community at large, because they see it up close and personal.
Right. We have the website down at the bottom of the screen, and if you're so inclined to do so, please look to donate to Westside Rescue, and that would be really appreciated. Thank you for the really wonderful services you offer as it impacts the rest of the city as well. I'm Lance Minetti, and this has been Around the Valley. Thanks for watching.